Yeah, good morning, everyone. Are you able to hear me? What we were discussing in last class? What we were discussing in last class? Modifiers. Did you finish 2 videos? Still any pending? Did you finish 2 videos? Is anything pending? When you will finish second video? Okay, today try to work yourself, okay? By tomorrow you are coming to class. You must finish it, okay? Right. Today I will try to explain you the next topic. Okay, how to work with variables, how to work with array, and how to work with class. So first I want to talk to you array, okay? Yeah. So look at here. I'm creating variables. In a variable, we can store only one value at a time. It's not possible to store multiple values. If you want to store multiple values, what I need to do? I must create multiple variables. If I create multiple variables, I have a big problem. The problem is I want to send all these values many times in the project. Many times I want to say many times in the project, I need to send all these values from one class to another class method, one method to another method. Okay. Many times I need to send from one class to another class, from one method to another method. Now I am defining one method here. Okay. Static void M1 method. Tell me, if you want to send all these values, all these 100 values into this method, I should define parameters here. Okay. How many parameters we need to define? Come on, come on. How many parameters we need to define? Hundred parameters I need to define. Is it okay? Defining a method with 100 parameters, is it a good solution to the program? No. Okay, let's say I defined one parameter, int a. How many values I can pass? One value. M1 of 10 I am passing. Only one value can come. Okay, now I want to pass second value. Is it compiled or not? Yes, compiled. I want to pass a second value, 10 comma 20. Is it allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Compiler throw error. Method M1 in class cannot apply to given types. Then what to do? I must increase the number of parameters B. That means as and when number of arguments you want increasing, those many parameters you must increase. Then every time you are modifying code, is it a good programming? Is it a dynamic programming or static programming? Tell me. Is it a static programming, dynamic programming? What the meaning of static? What the meaning of dynamic? Keyword static is not static, right? Okay, static means not static. As and when you are changing values, as and when you need to change values, if you are modifying program, okay, repeating again, as and when we need to change values, if you are modifying program, then that program is called static nature program or dynamic nature program. That is static nature program or dynamic nature program. Static here. What is the meaning of dynamic? As and when you are changing values, if you are not modifying the program, then we call it as dynamic nature program. Tell me, as and when you wanted to change, you know, some electronic devices in your home, if you are every time modifying switchboard, then is a static nature or dynamic nature switchboard? Static nature. Every time you must break it and reconstruct it, break it, reconstruct it. That is a static nature. You one time constructed switchboard and just you have a socket there and then you are plugging your electronic device to it and using it. Then we call it as what? Static nature or dynamic nature? Dynamic nature. One time you constructed, one time you fix the switchboard and you are changing one electronic device to another electronic device. You want to charge your mobile, you want iron box connect, you want laptop to connect, you want some other electronic device you want to connect. Are you breaking the switchboard? No. Then why, what do we call it as? It is a dynamic nature. Okay now? Next, ATM machine is a static nature or dynamic nature? Come on, ATM machine, is it static nature or dynamic nature? ATM machine is static nature or dynamic nature? Dynamic nature. How can I say? ATM is As and when you are changing ATM card of one company to another company, are you modifying ATM machine software? What is the input to ATM machine? Here, what is the input to M1 method 10, 20? As and when we are changing values, we are modifying this M1 method, adding more parameters. So it is a static nature. Now I give an ATM machine. Now you inserting your ATM card. It is taking, processing, giving money and giving the card back. Other person coming with a different ATM, different bank card. Then what happened? Again, are you modifying ATM machine software? No. Then that is static nature or dynamic nature? No, come on, that is static nature or dynamic nature? That is dynamic nature. So what is the meaning of static nature, dynamic nature? Once constructed, you are not modifying for as and when new values you are changing. We call it as what? Dynamic nature. As and when values need to change, if you are modifying every time, then we call it as static nature. Tell me, your brain is static nature or dynamic nature? Your brain is static nature or dynamic nature? Your brain is static nature or dynamic nature? Your brain is static nature. Wow, and every time whenever you are learning something new, you are taking your brain out and doing some changes and putting back inside your body. Too much talented రా బాబు. ఏం అర్థం చేసుకొని చేస్తున్నారు రా? What you are trying to understand, Nana? God has given you brain to you. As and when new things required, are you modifying your brain? Are you adding any new software to your brain? Are you breaking your brain? No, right? You are day by day, new things you are learning and going on. So tell me, are you static or dynamic? Is your body static or dynamic? Your body, time to time, accepting the trends changing in the market, na? New trends it is taking, right? Jeans, t-shirt. Now the new style is what? Swag style, beard, right? Earlier beard means what? It's a very bad, okay? Only roadside beggars only will have the beard, right? But now, if no beard means he's a waste fellow, out of trend, right? So now, earlier, olden days, whatever the style was there, now the style is coming back. Olden days, villains will have that beard. Now heroes are having beard. Villains are having what? Clean shave, right? So hero changing villain, villain changing hero. Okay. So a lot of changes are coming. Your body accepting, your society accepting now. So what I am trying to tell you, final conclusion, what type of applications we need to develop? We need to develop always dynamic nature program. What is the meaning of dynamic nature program? Whenever you are changing the values in the program, if you are forced to modify code, then we call it a static nature code. Then it is a bad programming practice. Hope you all got clarity. Shall we try to understand how can we pass all these values to a method with a single parameter? I'll tell you one more problem here, okay? I'll tell you one more problem here. 1 minute, buddy, 1 minute. All you people know internet, right? This is our server. This is our client computer. This is our browser. This is a browser. Okay, now browser you have open, application form you are filling. Okay, now you are filling application form. Okay, you downloaded from the server, you downloaded one application form. Okay, then now we are going to take what you call text boxes like first name, last name, middle name, username, password. Okay, so a lot of details you are given and click on submit button. What is your expectation? Are you expecting all these values at a time to submit to your program server, or one value submit? What is your idea? One value should submit, or all values should submit at a time? If one value submitting one at a time, then what is the problem? How many hits will be there on server? If one value submitting, how many hits there on server? First value coming back, second value coming back, third value coming back, fourth value coming back, fifth value coming back. How many times the traveling is increasing server to client? Is it okay? Okay, let me give another example for you to quickly understand. Now, your mother asking you to buy vegetables. Now she has given all the vegetable list on a paper. You took this paper, okay, all vegetable list, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Okay, how many vegetables we want, quantity, how much you want, everything given. Then what are you doing? You went to market, okay, you are now in market. Okay, then what are you doing? You are taking this vegetable, buying 1 kg and coming back to home, dropped here. Again going to market, taking second vegetable half kg, coming to home, drop here. Then going there, coming. If you are doing like this, then you will be called with a word. What is that word? Come on. I don't want to talk that word. Can you please tell me? It will be called as pagal. Right? He'll be called as what? Pagal, pichodu, mind fellow, brainless fellow, okay, mental fellow. You must carry a bag, right? You must carry a bag and you should go to market with this bag. All vegetables you have to pour in this bag. You have to buy all vegetable at a time and place all the vegetables inside this bag. That one, this one, this one, that one, whatever there on the list. Whatever there on the list, you have to place in this bag. And then you must take this bag to home. How many times you are going to market? One time. How many times you are buying all the vegetables? One time. And how many times you are taking back to the home? One time. So tell me, what you are missing earlier? Earlier, why one you are coming? Because that time bag is not there. You need to hold in your hand. Your hand can hold only one thing at a time, one vegetable at a time. Now, if you have bag with you, can you carry multiple things at a time? Yes. So now tell me, if you take real time, however you are carrying the bag with you to collect multiple things as a group and taking at a time to the home, same way, now in the programming world also, we are expecting whenever multiple things required to be passed from one class to another class, one method to another method, one computer to another computer. However, what we need, I need a bag concept. This bag concept in Java we called what? Bolo. This bag concept in Java we called what? Referenced data type. Nothing but what? Object. We call it as referenced data type, or we call it as object. So now tell me, what is the problem currently we have? Currently we are using primitive data type variable. Primitive data type variable can be stored only one value at a time. Then as many as many values you want to store, those many individual primitive variables I need to create. When you create individual primitive variables, those many attempts I have to do to send the values. But now I need a solution to this problem. All these individual variables, I want to create them as a group. Okay, all these individual variables, I want to create them as a group. Then I am sending this group to at a time in a single call, single attempt, so that all these values at a time going to destination. Hope you all understand. So tell me, what the purpose of reference data type? When you have primitive data type, why you need reference data type? Primitive data type is used for storing value, only one value. If you want to store multiple values as a group, it is not possible. Whenever you want to store multiple values as a group, whenever you wanted to send multiple values as a group to a method with a single parameter, there I must use what? Referenced data type. Hope you all understand the problem now. Problem with the primitive data type, all you people understand what the problem with the primitive data type? Using primitive data type, I can store only one value. As and when we want to store multiple values, not possible. And we can send only one value as a method argument. If you want to store multiple values, number of parameters to increase, it creates problem. Program becomes static nature. Then if you want dynamic nature, what I need to use? I must use referenced data types. Okay, tell me, how many reference data types are there? We have 7 reference data types are there. What the 7? Number 1, array. Number 2, class. Number 3, abstract class. Number 4, final class. Number 5, interface. Number 6, enum. And number 7, annotation. So totally 7 classes are there. Out of these 7 classes, these classes we are not going to discuss now. Okay, these are reference data types we are not discussing now. We'll discuss only array and class as of now. Array and class only we are going to use. Okay, na? Right. These 5 we will discuss later. Then tell me when to use array, when to use class. See, discussing about class is nothing but discussing about these 5 also, because these 5 also kind of classes only. Whatever we can do by using class, same thing we can do by using these data types also. Okay, so we will discuss array and the class. So tell me, what is array? What is class? When to use array? When to use class? Array and class both are referenced data types. They are used for storing multiple values as a one group. Then what is the difference between array and class? Why do we need reference data type, and why you need 2 different reference data types? Okay, if you want to store multiple values of same type, okay, if you always wanted to store multiple values of same type, we use array. If you want to store multiple values of different type, then I must use class. Are you catching my point? So now array and class, what the difference between array and class? If you want to store multiple values of same type, then you must use array. If you want to store multiple values of different type, you should use class. So first let us understand array, then we'll go for class. Listen. It's a little tough topic, please concentrate. Whenever you want to store a value, first what I need to create? A variable. Na? I want to store value 10, or I want to store value 3. I want to store value 4. I want to store value 5. I want to store value 6. I want to store value 7. Then tell me, to store these values, okay, to store these values, what I need to do? I need to create variable. What type of value? These 3 is of type int. So now I'm storing int I1 equal to 3. Then how many values it can store? Only one value it can store. But what is my target? I want to store all these values as a group. Na? To store all these values as a group, you have to use some special syntax. What is that? Open bracket, closed bracket. See, if you want to group variables and methods, I have open bracket, closed bracket. If you want to store, multiple statements as a group, I have open bracket, closed bracket. Similarly, if you want to store multiple values as a group, you should write what? Open bracket, closed bracket. And in between this open bracket and closed bracket, now we should mention values with the comma separated, 3 comma, 4 comma, 5 comma, 6 comma, 7. Okay, as many values you want to store, those many values you can store here with the comma separator. Everyone following? Right. So how many values I stored? 5 values. I stored 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tell me, is this statement compiled or not compiled? It is group of multiple values. Okay, it is not a single value. It's a group of multiple values. A group of multiple values, we are trying to assign to which variable? I1 variable. Is it allowed or not allowed? It is a what type of variable? Normal int variable. Normal int variable allowed to store what type of value? Normal int variable is allowed to store what type of value? Only one int value is allowed to store, but I am trying to store group of multiple values. Is it possible or not possible? Not possible. Yeah, compiler will throw error. Look at that. Compiler is throwing error. Illegal initializer for int. Okay, you cannot assign a group of values to int variable. Then what I need to do? I must tell to compiler, please consider this int variable as a array type. It is not a normal int type, it is a array type. Please consider it as a array type. Tell me, how can I tell to compiler it is a array type? For that purpose, what you need to write? Square bracket. How can I tell something is array? By using square bracket. You need to write int square bracket. When I write int square bracket, then it is considered as a array type. Then we are allowed to store multiple values. Okay. Now look at the program compiled successful. Hello. Everybody got clarity? Yeah. Then tell me, if I write here something like this, int I1 equal to 10. What the name of the 10? I1. If I write int I2 equal to 20, what the name of 20? I2. If you want to read value, system.out.println of, system.out.println of, I want to read this value 10. What the name of this 10? I1. So what I need to write? I1. I want to read 20. What I need to write? I2. Hello. All you people understand what I'm trying to talk? So if you wanted to create normal variables, you can write like this. A variable contains single value. The value name is I1, I2. I1 already defined until, let me take it as IA1, int array1, control 1, control 2, 10, 20 coming. Now, can you please help me? What is the name of this 3? I want to read this 3. I want to read this 4. I want to read this 5. I want to read this 6. I want to read this 7. How can I read these individual values? Tell me, this is what? Array. Array is what? Collection of multiple values of same type. Right? Collection of multiple values of same type. Then here multiple values are there. Each value, how can I read? 1 second. Okay, tell me, what is the name of this, all these values? What is the common name to all these values? What is the common name to all these values? IA1. Right? Common name is what? IA1. Then each value, IA1 means all values will come. But I want all values? No, I want individual value. If you want individual value, what I need to do? If you want individual value, what I need to do? Each value should have its own identity. Na? That identity is index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, na? Array contains multiple values. In order to access each value separately, each value has provided separate number called what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Then how can I read those values? Okay, what is the common name? IA1. IA1. What the individual name? 0. So now you have to write something like this. IA1. You have to write something like this. IA1 0. Hey, if I write IA1 0, it become variable name. Compiler throw error. Cannot find symbol. It is considered as a IA10. Okay. I catch my point. It will throw error IA10. So it's not IA10. Here IA1 is the variable, 0 is the index, location index. You must separate them by square bracket. Okay, you have to separate them by using square bracket. So tell me what the name of 3? IA1. Control 1 compile. Control 1 compile and control 2 executed 3. And tell me how can I read next value? IA2, IA1, IA2, IA3, IA4, IA4. Control 1 compile successfully. Control 2 executed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hello Chitty, all you people understand how to store multiple values as a group, and after storing as a group, how to read each value. For storing multiple values as a group, you must use data type. What type? Array type. Tell me, for creating array type, do you have any other, for creating data type, do you have any, what do you call special data types? For creating array, do you have any special data type? No, there is no special data type. For creating array, there is no special data type. Then we have to use the same primitive data type, suffixing with what? Square bracket. Sir, in my colleges, my sir used square bracket here, sir. Yeah, you can use either after int or after array variable. Then what is the difference between them? That is not the current discussion, that we'll discuss later. I recommended to use here. Okay, both are correct, but there is a difference between them. What is the difference between them? We will discuss later. At this minute, just you try to remember both are correct. You can use here or there. I recommended to write square bracket here. Some other faculties will recommend square bracket right after variable name. So everybody have their own recommendation, right? So my recommendation is after data type, because I am working employee. I worked in company. In company, how we have worked, same way I am suggesting you here. So writing square bracket after variable name is, C style. And writing square bracket after a data type is what? Java style. Which style you want to follow? Follow. Okay, finally tell me. Finally, I hope you got clarity how to create array, how to read values from array, how each value is identified in array. Then immediate question will come in your mind. Sir, why array index start from 0? Okay, that we'll discuss later, not the current topic. Na? In array chapter, I'll teach you that. Why it starts with a 0 and all. Current topic is what? Data types and variables, array creation, how to store value, little bit understanding, not full-fledged. Full-fledged chapter, array chapter is different. That time I'll explain you that. Okay, now finally try to answer. You learn how to store multiple values as one group and how to assign to a variable to store that values. Now I want to create one method. All you people suggest me. I want to create a method. I want to create a method. This method wanted to take 0 to n number of int type values. This method, I want to define this method to take a 0 to n number of values, int type values. Then how many parameters I should define? 0 to n number, na? I don't know how many values user wanted to pass. Then each and every time I should not modify my method parameters. Then 0 to n number of values and a group only, na? All right, tell me which variable accept a group of values. What type of values you want to take? Int type of values. If I write int I, it can take only one value. But I want to take group of values. Group of values taking parameter is what? Int array. Hello, everybody got clarity? Yeah? Can I write like this? Int array I. Can I write like this? Int array I. Tell me, if I define int array I, this method must accept one parameter. What is that parameter? Int value, int array object. This method should take one parameter, one argument. One argument should take one parameter, one argument. What is that argument? Int value, int array. Na? Int array, IA2 equal to. Can I create empty array object? Can I create empty array object? Yes. 0 values. Can I create one value array object? Yes. Can I create 2 values array object? Yes. Can I create 3 values array object? Yes. Can I create 4 values array object? Yes. Hello. Can I create 5 values array object? Yes. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? Tell me, in all these situations, am I creating multiple arrays? One array with multiple values? Everyone should answer. I'm creating multiple arrays. I mean, one array. I'm creating one array with multiple values. Okay. Then tell me, can I call this M1 method by passing IA2? Come on, if you pass IA2, how many values I'm passing? One array object with 0 values. Now tell me, can I call same method by passing IA3? Yes. Okay, can I call same method by passing IA3? Yes, because it is accepting one parameter, you are passing one argument, that argument carrying one value. Can I call IA4 like this? Yes, one parameter, one argument, that argument carrying two values. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? What you are doing, you are a person. You are going on the road. Okay, you are a person. You are a person. You are going on the road with empty hand. Then only one thing you can carry. But what are you doing? You are going on the road with a bag. Assume that is a bag. Then you can carry empty bag or one item bag or two items bag, three items bag, four items bag. It's up to you. Hello, everybody got clarity? Same point here. I defined a method to carry any number of values. Okay, na? Now observe. I will create only one method, one parameter, one call. As and when I am changing value, do I need to modify code? No. Compile successfully, executed successfully. Okay, I want to display the values inside this array. I have two options. You can display values like this individually. If you display values like this individually, how many values it can read? 5 values. 6 values are there? Cannot read. 7 values are there? Cannot read. Each and every time I need to modify code, na? Is it a static nature code? Yes. Reading values from the array individually like this, it is a static nature code. Now I want to make it dynamic nature. To make dynamic nature, I have two options. Number one, write your own code or ask Sun Microsystem given code. I will show you both. How can I write my own code? Observe now, one statement to another statement. Repeatedly you are running. Same SOPLN, you are writing repeatedly, running repeatedly. So tell me, if you want to run any statement repeatedly, we will use loop concept. I am using 3 loops are there. Okay, there are 3 loops are there, while, do while and for. I'm using for loop. For loop is a 3 expression loop. It will accept 3 expression with a comma, separator, semicolon, semicolon. First expression is variable initialization, int I equal to. Okay, variable initialization, int I is nothing but index. Tell me array index start from where? Array index start from where? 0. So we will write here 0, 0. Then next, I less than. How long this loop should keep on run repeatedly? Until this I value keep on increasing and reaching. How many values are there in this array? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I'm writing I less than 5 until 5. Okay, and then following by I plus plus. Should start with 0. Check is it reached to 5. If not reach, increase to 1. And then down I am writing system.out.println. System.out.println. What you write now? I. Come on. System.out.println. I. Save it. Now, control 1, compile. I wanted to give one line gap to show you the values reading from array. Control 1, compile, and control 2. Look at there. So now, hey, 0 to 4 coming. Hey, what is this nonsense? Oh my God, I display array. Not I, na? I should display IA1 of I, right? IA1 of I. IA1 is variable fixed. Look at that. Fixed. What is changing? 0 to 1 to 2, 3, 4. Tell me I value, first value, Y 0. 0, IA1 of 0. Then plus 1, 1. Plus 2, 2. Plus 3, 3. Plus 4, 4. Okay, like that is increasing. Control 1 compile and control 2 executed. Look at there, same value 3, 2, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coming na? Already catch my point? Understand what I'm talking? Understand what I'm talking? Then now my question, carefully answer. Is it static nature code, dynamic nature code? Yeah, you all feeling that it is a dynamic nature code, but still it is a static nature code. Why it is a static nature code? Come on. Still it is a static nature code. Why it is a static nature code? Because you fix the size. I less than 5 you put. Now I am writing here 7, 8. Now the value 8 will come or will not come? Will not come. Right? I am writing here 9. Will come or will not come? Will not come. Still it is a static nature code. Why? Because you make this condition last value is fixed. Then tell me here this value 5 must be length of the array na? Is my point understand? I wanted to find length of the array. Okay, to find length of the array, inside in every array there is an implicit variable. Internally one variable is there called ia1 dot length. What the variable name? Length. There is a variable called length, whose length you wanted to find. I want to find array length. So what you write? ia1 dot length. Look at there, control 1, control 2. When we write static nature code 0 1 2 3 4, we got values up to 7. When you write dynamic code with the for loop, look at that, I got 3 to 9. All you people understand? Now you need to develop one assignment. I'll give one assignment, you need to work. Okay, you need to work one assignment, so get ready. Now tell me. So all you people understand this for loop? Okay, a for loop is used for running same statement repeatedly. Whenever you find multiple statements are running with just a number difference, then you don't write those statements individually, write the statement by using for loop. The for loop is a three expression loop. Okay, first expression is variable initialization, second expression is condition, third expression is incrementing or decrementing. Okay, now then next, now if you want to work with array, because array index start from 0, so I value start with 0, and array I want to increase the loop. I want to move this cursor from one to other by increase by 1 1 1 1 1. So that's why I plus plus. How long I want to increase? Until last element. Okay, how can we find we reach last element or not? By using length variable. Then yes, open ia1 of I. Now this is my own code. Now you write, I write, everybody writing. When everyone writing this code, who should write this code? Sun Microsystem. Sun Microsystem has given one predefined class to work with arrays. The class name is arrays. What the class name? Arrays. Sun Microsystem has given one predefined class called arrays. In this arrays class, they have given a method called toString. What the method name? toString. In this class, there is a method called toString method. Predefined method. Tell me, it is a static method or non-static method? Come on, guess and tell me. There is a predefined class arrays. This arrays class contain one predefined method called toString method. I am calling this toString method by using class name directly. That means it is a static method, na? If it is a non-static method, I must access by using object, right? I'm accessing by using class name means it is a static method. Hope you all understand. Then this toString method implicitly contains this for loop to display all elements available in the array. Then this toString method developed dynamically for all different arrays. Then I must ask toString method, please run your logic for my array object. It has a logic, but not for a fixed array. Any array you pass to me, I will work for it. That means I must pass our array object as an argument. Everyone understand? Which array object elements you want to display, that array object you pass as an argument to toString method. toString method internal logic. What that logic? This for loop only. This for loop will write same thing. Same logic will be the same for loop is there behind inside this toString method, nothing more. But now the question, toString method accept IA1 execute from arrays class. But first of all, JVM should find, compiler should find where this arrays class available na? Is this arrays class available in our folder? Is this arrays class available in our project? No. It is available in JDK software. In JDK software, where it is available? In java.lang package? Come on. Is it available in java.lang package? No, it is not available in java.lang package. Where it is available? It is available in different package. Where is that? Java.util package. Now look at there. Compiler software throwing error. Semicolon expected first place semicolon. And then control 1, compiler is throwing error. Cannot find symbol variable arrays. Compiler software feeling it is arrays. I need to tell array it is not array, it is a class available in java.util package. So what I should write here? I must write java.util. I should write java.util. Tell me, when I write java.util, compiler software will go to the package java.util package in JDK software and searching for arrays class available, executing toString method and displaying elements available in IA1. Control 1, compile, control 2. Achha. Not displayed. This is our for loop. Third time should come na. ToString method will not display. ToString method will return. Okay, ToString method will return. Okay, people are in a deep sleeping mode. Okay, so I don't want to scold them, just I am ignoring them. Okay, I'm not scolding them, I am ignoring them. Okay, so they are in a deep sleeping mode, so I cannot help them. I'm just ignoring and moving to the next point. Okay, now, right? So now, did you read the question? What he is asking? He's a boy or girl or don't know. Why you are using java.util? He's asking. Okay, wonderful candidate. Maybe in a deep sleeping mode. Then now come on, try to listen. So tell me now, ToString method will not display. ToString method will return the values, the elements of IA1 to our program. Then what I need to do, those values, I must either store or I must display. Current discussion is what? I want to display. So display means I must write the statement in SOPL. Na? System.out.println off. System.out.println off. Okay, I have to write this entire statement as an argument to println. Now look at there, control 1, compile, control 2. Third time, look at there, elements are displayed in this pattern. And now all you people try to spend some time yourself. How did I get this output? Okay, I want to create array. This is the syntax to create array. Then I want read elements or values available in array. This is the way you need to write. So this is a static nature code or dynamic nature code? Static nature code, because we are reading individual values. Then as many values we are reading, those many values only will come. In the future, if you are adding more values will not come. So we have to make it as a dynamic nature code by using excuse me, by using for loop. Okay, I have to write for loop code. Then when you write for loop code, then you need to write, I need to write, everybody should write. Okay, everybody should write. Then now try to answer what I need to do now. There are two options are there. You can write your own code or you can use predefined class called arrays, which is available in java.util package. So how to call it? First, you should mention the package where the class is available. Java.util is the package. In that package, arrays class is there. In that arrays class, ToString method is available. And now ToString method logic, I want execute for IA1. So I'm passing IA1 as an argument. Then IA1 argument passed to ToString method. ToString method executing from arrays class, which is available in java.util package. IA1 ToString method logic collecting all the values available in this array and place them in a square bracket with a comma separator like this, and return that entire message to the entire the content to println method displaying it to our program. Hope you all understand how to work with array, how to create array, how to read values from array, and how to display array static way, dynamic way with our own code, dynamic way with predefined code. Mrinal broker now understand. Earlier not, now why not understand? Why you understand now? Huh? Earlier you are not listening. You put your brain somewhere else. Now you are listening carefully. That's why you understand now. Change body, change your mind, focus in class. Next, Java 5 version new feature. Network issue there. Okay, Java 5 new feature. In Java 5 version, we have enhanced for loop. Okay, in Java 5, we have a new feature, enhanced for loop. Okay, or enhanced for loop or for each loop. Okay, enhanced for loop or for each loop. In Java 5 version, we have a new feature called for enhanced for loop or for each loop. A simple here. This for loop is enhanced. When you want to read elements from an array, the for loop logic I am writing, you are writing, other program are writing, throughout the world everybody writing, same na? Chalo answer. Everyone writing same logic, right? Observe now, very important point. What do you write here? Array. What do you write here? Int some x or int value equal to, okay, int value equal to ia of I, ia1 of I semicolon. Then this value we will use either for displaying purpose or for doing validations calculations purpose. This is the code we write. Who write? I will write. You will write. Every programmer in the world writing. Correct? Huh? Then if you carefully observe here, what is the common code here? Notice carefully. What is the common code here? Notice. I write, you write, everyone will write. Whatever I put in the box, this is the common code everyone will write now. Is there any change from programmer to programmer? No. And whatever second box I am writing, this is changing. Okay, second box whatever writing, this is changing. This is the business logic. So project to project, after taking the value, I am doing different work. This is the business logic. Then what Sun Microsystem telling that, array, from Java 5 version onwards, I am simplifying the syntax. You write like this. You write for loop with two expressions. Earlier for loop is how many expressions? Earlier for loop is how many expressions? Earlier for loop is 3 expressions. Now this for loop is 2 expressions separated by colon. Earlier for loop is 3 expressions separated by semicolon. Now it is 2 expressions separated by colon. Second expression is the array from which you want to retrieve the elements. First expression is the variable to store the values coming from the array. This is not assignment operator, this is a colon. And now you write the business logic whatever you want, that's all. System.out.println IA1. Okay, everyone understand? This loop is called enhanced for loop or for each loop. This syntax loop is called enhanced for loop or for each loop. Okay, why it is called enhanced for loop or for each loop? Syntax is enhanced and simplified, that's why it is called enhanced for loop. And why it is called for each loop? Because this loop is iterated. This loop is iterated. For each element available in IA1, retrieve that element and store it in the value variable. That's why it is called for each loop. Again repeating, why it is called enhanced for loop? Because its syntax is enhanced, simplified. That's why it is called enhanced for loop. Second, It is called for each loop because it is iterating for each loop available in IA1, retrieving the first element, retrieving each element from the array, storing in our local variable value. That's why it is called for each loop. So now let me try to run this for loop. Okay, let me recreate. Now here I am taking IA1, removing all these things, and here I am writing what? Int value colon, and then I'm displaying that value. Control 1 compile. Control 1 compile. Control 2 execute. Look at there, all values are coming in 3 to 9. So now I have shown you totally how many ways are there to read values from array. From array totally how many values are there? How many ways is there? Number 1. Reading values from an array static way. Reading values from an array dynamic way by using regular for loop. Some people are calling it as a legacy for loop. I don't want to call it as a legacy. I want to call it as a regular, because for each loop is not alternative to for loop. This for each loop is not alternative to this for loop. Okay, this for loop I want to call it as a regular for loop. I want to call it as an enhanced for loop. Reading values from an array dynamic way by using for each loop. Okay, and the next, reading values from an array dynamic way by using predefined method arrays dot to string. Hope you all understand. Any doubts, any questions, any confusions? Now I wanted to pass this array to another method. Okay, defining a method to receive 0 to n number of int values by using single parameter, that is array. Then tell me how many values you pass. Those values I want to display here. What to do? System.out.println IA, let me take here IA. You want to display na? So what do you write? Java dot util dot arrays dot to string of. I'm using predefined method. Look at there, I am declaring variable. Oh, it will not work. 0 element, 1 element array, 2 elements array, 3 elements array, 4 elements array, 5 elements array, like this. Look at that. I pass array to this M1 method. M1 method displaying the value. Okay, if you want confirmation, I can say from M1 IA values. Okay, 0 value, 1 value, 2 value, 3 value, 4 value, 5. So finally try to answer whenever you wanted to pass 0 to a number of values to a method dynamically we must choose array concept, should not choose individual values. Can I hope all you people understand? Any confusions, any doubts, please ask. In which batch you want to attend? Vijaya Simha. Which time you wish to attend? Evening time. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock possible? Default value based on data type. Okay, write on this program. Develop a program. Write on this program. Develop a program. Develop a program. Develop a program to store multiple values of same type. To store multiple values of same type. By using array. By using array. Also write code. Also write code to read and display also read and display array values in all possible ways. In all possible ways. In all possible ways. Next, also write code to define a method. Also write code to define method. Also write code to define method to receive 0 to n number of int values. Zero to n number of int values by using single. Call this method by passing an array object with 0 to n number of values. Write down this program. Completed? Hello, are you there? It's completed or not? Okay, I have explained this array creation with the int data type. Can you try yourself with a double data type? Try with the double data type, same operations again repeat. And also try with a string data type. Okay, now try with string data type. So I want you to develop two programs by using same concept. One is with double data type and with string data type. Okay, now assume that I want to store. Assume that I want to write a program to store salaries of multiple employees. Okay, develop a program to store salaries of multiple employees of a company. Okay, read and display all salaries, all employees salaries on console. Also send all employee salaries to tax department. Tax department. Tell me, tax department is same company class or another class? Another class. I shown you here M1 method created in same class. Now you separate. How many classes you need to create? Two classes. One is company.java with main method and array object. Create tax department .java with param method to receive array object as parameter and add total salary paying by this company. And display on console. So this is the question I want you to develop. Can you develop? All the people try. By tomorrow you are coming to class, I'm expecting you to write this code. That's all for today class. Tomorrow we'll discuss class concept, okay? Hope you all understand, got some idea on working with array. Any questions? If you have any questions working with array, please ask. Okay, thank you all.